Okay, right. Today's caption, today's caption is Nasdaq, will it sell further? All right. The question is this: what do you think, guys? Come on, early morning. Let me hear you guys. What do you think? Will Nasdaq actually sell further? Right. Come on. If you think that it will sell further, key the word sell. If you say no, key the word no. All right. I want to hear everybody's view today. Come on, guys. Come on, let's do it. What do you think? If you think that the market is going to sell further, hi, good morning to you, Mandy. All right, good morning to you, Jerry. All right, Michael says sell. Okay, Michael says sell. Okay, how about the rest? Okay, Michael says sell. Kevin says sell. Thomas says sell. Brian sell. Philip sell. Kelly no. Jerry likely. Allison sell. Anthony sell. Carl say don't know. Richard say sell. Okay. Colin also say sell. Oh, okay. Hey, Uncle Arun, where's your buy? Okay, all right. Now, okay, Kim Lai also say sell. Okay, guys, thank you very much for this sharing with me. Lai Sing say no. Okay, so I will explain to you what I'm going to see in the market, but definitely on my opinion itself, right, that it's a higher chance for the market, Nasdaq sell. As a matter of fact, if you notice what I said on Monday, I already said Nasdaq most likely will come off further, but I didn't talk about Dow Jones. Because why? If you actually do this, I will cover up a bit of this tomorrow. Do you notice that defensive stocks actually has been going up? Utilities, transportation are all going up. These are all defensive stocks. Now, if you remember the standard business cycle that I mentioned before, that at the top of the market, where the market near a peak, usually you will see defensive stocks going up. And that's the reason why you look back again, right? Just 2 months ago, Warren Buffett did a portfolio rearrangement, and it's very clear he went for defensive. And I said this back then. Okay, so all these boys are actually moving towards defensive. Now, of course, some will argue that this is actually the last sector before another big bull run in the market. It is all possible. I'm not going to say that it will not be. But this coming Friday, which is tomorrow, NFP, right, there'll be something very incredible. Tomorrow, NFP, we have to watch because why? A good number, the market will not like it. A super number, the market will hate it. If it's going to be a very vague number, the market will get concerned. So no matter how tomorrow NFP, right, will be a bit interesting because it seems like no matter what happened, right, the Nasdaq will get hit. All right, let me explain to you more in a short moment time. All right. So we have more to go. Like Mary say don't know, Judy say sell, Colin say up, then sell back. Okay, Arun expected buy. I think it's totally correct in a way. All right, let's continue up. Okay, now before we start this morning MAO, okay, I know that it's been a long time we do some grapevines. I mean, the grapevines are basically meaning things that is not real or uncertain, are not confirmed. All right, so I just want to just a bit of teaser, right, to thank you guys for tolerating with me yesterday, my MAO. I know some feedback to me. My wife said that, look, this is your worst MAO yesterday. I'm like, oh, okay. Okay, all right. So the thing is this, okay, I'm going to give you this thing here. Now, I just being fun, for fun only, okay? I went to Google this. Bill Gates lover. Right, we know that Bill Gates and Melinda has just broke off, okay? It's a very incredible divorce, which no one expected to happen after 27 years of marriage. But the thing is this, when I Google this, okay, I get to see this, okay? There's this end wind blade, all right, that came out of nowhere, okay? Now, this is fine. I mean, to me, it really, these are grapevines, rumors coming out after a divorce is very normal because Jeff Bezos had that happening. Also, we understand that. But the best part of the whole thing is this, okay? When I'm going through YouTube and I do the same search, right, something changed, okay? Something really changed. Apparently, right, this lady, Win, was not involved in a way. The one that got involved is something else. Oh, is there a breaking up? Okay, it's a Zoom. I mean, is a Facebook okay, everybody? Arun says that there's some breaking up. How about the rest of you guys? Can I hear from you? Are you having any breakup or is it smooth? Is it because Facebook price is coming down? That's why the server not doing well? How about the rest? All okay? All good. Hi, how about the rest? Can you feedback to me? Oh, okay. Okay, thank you. So a bit of delay. It's quite true. Okay. All right. Okay. So the thing is this. Again, when I Google, I mean, nothing came up. I tell you this, when I Google, I use Google, right? Nothing of this, of the other party came up. Okay. Apparently, right, when you go to YouTube, the Chinese media, they speak up. Hey, not bad, right? For eye candy for this morning, for the gentlemen. All right, apparently, right, this lady is surfacing now and very vibrant in the Chinese social media. Apparently, it's right on Google, nothing. Really can't find anything about her. But in the Chinese social media, right, she's everywhere. Okay, so I have not really go into this. I read some articles. It's like quite incredible about this lady. So I will not want to, make her big out of nowhere, but just informing yourself, right? Sometime in life, right, out of nowhere, why Melinda will want to break up with this Bill Gates after 27 years, right? Really, it's a big question mark. So, of course, if you look at the precedent cases, like what happened to Jeff Bezos and his wife, ex-wife, sorry, then of course that is a interesting thing here. Was both of them announced through Twitter? Okay, so all I can say is this, right? I will look more into this and I will see whether I can find more. All right. If let's say there's no concrete thing to show, I will not show because it's not, I don't know, speculate and cause a lot of unnecessary problems to myself. But it's interesting, okay? Really incredible. Okay. All right. So apparently on for today, okay, I saw this cartoon, I like it, so I just share with you once again. All right. So how many of you understand this? From your lips to God's ear. Do you know what does this mean? All right. From your lips to God's ear. All right. It took me a while to understand this. Sorry, pardon my English, all right? Not that good at all. But, it took me a while. Then I just verified through Google. Then I understand what it meant. Okay. How many of you understand this? From your lips to God's ear. All right. Tell me, guys, what do you think? I wait for you to type. Okay. Hui Kun say no idea. Okay. How about the rest? It took me a while to understand this. Keep it as a secret. No, actually it's not. No, Alison, it's not a secret. How about the rest? What do you think? All right, those who score A1, A2 in English, or you're very good with English. All right, can you share with us what you mean? Secret? No, not actually a secret. Actually, it's something else. It's not a secret, actually. It's something that a request. All right, anybody? No idea, Mary. Okay, no problem. It took me a while. I actually Googled this just to verify what I understand this, because I don't get it wrong. Okay. Chim. Whisper. Okay, all right. Okay, let me just give you the Google translation. Okay, now, everybody. It's an idiom expressing a wish that the desires of the person to whom the saying is spoken will come true. Wow, Joe, very fast. Okay, all right. All right, Christopher, the time you take for news to travel, okay, whisper. Responses to God wish, the good wishes that speaks future. Wow, Josephine, that's a very, even more chim to me. Okay, all right, thanks, Joe. Wow, you were very fast. You already saw this article, right, on media. It's quite incredible stuff. Okay, anyway. So it's a desire of a person who basically, really wishes that, the addressee, which is God, all right, to hear and answer and deliver the prayers or wishes, all right? So that is what it meant. So this pretty joke itself is just saying that this guy is saying that the end is near, okay? And the bear have been waiting for a long time, black eye, really dark, okay? And drinking a lot of beer and having a lot of cigarettes, waiting and waiting. Us telling him, okay, from your lips to God's ear, buddy. Okay, that's what it meant. So I know that a lot of bears in this market have been, tired of already, literally got so tired. And most of us actually converted to buyers, all right? So that's why this is to express for all the bear traders in the market, okay? So end of the day is this, we won't know when the end will come, the market will when. But of course, we can speculate, but just remember this, okay? The market loves bulls, okay? 70% of the market is upside. Only 10 to 15% sideways. And the remaining 10 to 15% is actually the bear market. So basically, remember this, guys. Just remember this, okay? Next time, whenever the market do a tremendous pullback of, let's say, 20% to 30% or even more, all right, please keep your arsenal to look for buy instead. Because over the span of time, the market will still generally go up because they will basically manipulate the S&P, the Dow Jones index, right, to put the better company in and they remove the bad company out. So that is the reason why the index have been climbing, right? Think about this. The Dow Jones was at 56 when it was created in 1896. Right, in 1896, the Dow Jones was at 56 points or 36 points. I can't remember exactly. And then after that, from then until now, that 100 years later, the Dow Jones at 34,000. Think about this, all right? That's how much it grew. It's just like how Bitcoin grew, all right? So that's the reason why, by staying a long side will definitely be beneficial. But of course, on the side note now, the market at this current high level, right? To jump in at this moment now is going to be very dangerous. So you need to do risk management, okay? So please understand what I'm going to address here every single morning. There is a bear, there's bull, there's bear, there's bull sharing every day, all right? Okay, cool. I hope I share this with you. You guys clear up all the thoughts that you have. Okay, so later on the second part of MAO, all right, the second part of MAO, as usual, I will come in and talk about the alternate market views. Okay, now later on, watch this. Okay, when I finish my MAO part 1, okay, right, look at the number of people on screen. Okay, you will see an interesting drop of numbers. Okay, now the thing is, some people ask me, Kel, why must you keep on repeating yourself? Why must MAO be still part 1 and part 2? Why is it for? Just go through the whole MAO. Now, I tell people this. I say, actually, if you look carefully, right, when I come to this alternate market views, right, the numbers actually drop. Not a lot, but maybe about 10 people. So that really tells you that some people really don't want to hear the negative side. And of course, probably because of that, they actually do very well on the long side. Okay, so you must see this. So in order to make sure that I don't cross that boundary yourself, I purposely will stop there for a while, for 10 seconds, and then let people exit. Yeah, you don't believe me? Later you watch, okay? Now, initially, it didn't happen. But the last 5 sessions, I observed and it really, really happened. All right, so is it coincidence? I don't know. Just watch the numbers at the top of the screen. Okay, you were able to see the numbers dropping when I come to the second part of the MAO. Quite cool. All right. Okay, so this is what will be shared later on during the thing. I'll share to you a very interesting 20-week cycle on the S&P 500. It's something that just pick it up from Norman Trader, Steve Henrich, and I put it back into our system. Hey, quite cool, actually. I saw the result. Okay, I'll show you later live soon. All right, so before we start this morning, once again, we like to motivate and want to push one another. All right, so don't give up, guys. No, trading is very, very tiring. It's very individual thing. It's going to be very, traders usually are very isolated people, right? Because they cannot tell people what they're doing in a way. If they make money, people say they're lucky. If they lose money, people say that they are just being idiotic. All right, they're gambling. So that's why traders usually keep quiet. Don't you realize that? Those who agree, right, put the word agree. If you agree that, right, traders is a very tough thing. Because when you make money, people will say, you are lucky lah, your market is going up lah, you're just lucky. When you actually lose money, your friends say, I tell you, gambling lah, you're a gambler, that's why you lose money. How many of you agree with that above statement? If you agree that your environment is like that and causes you to be so-called quiet introverts, right, please key the word agree right now. A-G-R-E-E, okay? Right, Joe say agree, Carl say agree, Philip say agree, Kelly agree, Kelza agree, Christopher agree, Mary and Kevin. All right, you guys all agree, right? Okay, wow, so many suddenly. Andrew, Richard, Anthony. So something, guys, this is why we are not alone. All right. Do you know that we always put the word "we leave no one behind"? This is a quote that I put it there for longest of time for all our MAO. All right. So Jimmy, Josephine, Han Yu, Judy, Anthony, Bayer, Jerry, okay, Arun, okay, and Allison. All right. Apparently, guys, think about this. That's the reason why we keep our community very big and strong. Now, someone did ask me this question. Cal, now he won't mention name. He said, Cal, don't mention my name. I say, Cal, why do you want to have a big group like this, like 500 people in one group? And it's a Telegram. It's not a Telegram channel. It's a group. So which means that if anybody write anything negative onto the Telegram, it will be affecting 500 people. And obviously, if one person create a mayhem, then the whole group will be affected, and then all your time, effort will be gone. Now, this is a very, very real thing. And I think that it really crossed my mind several times whenever things happen. But do you know why until to date itself, right, I refuse to break you up? And now, I know other trainers in Singapore, they actually break the classes up to many pieces, all right? And they don't allow any cross talking. And definitely, they even say this, if you do this, if you do that, I will sue you, I will go for you, and just like that. There are a lot of threats. And apparently it works. And that's why you don't see any negative stuff online on that. But for us itself, right, practically, right, we are being updated online almost every other week. Okay? So think about this. Do you know why do I actually want you guys to be in a group regardless whatever happened and the possibility of a total problem coming up? So do you think, can you tell me guys, why do you think so? I know this is drag a bit of MAO, but I want to address this today so that, right, we can keep this episode and remember this because Cal addressed this before. All right. Can you tell me, what do you think? Why do I want to keep you guys in a big group like this and with the possibility of a probability? What do you think? Because you are honest. Okay. Wow, thank you, Arun. Right, Arun, by the way, someone asked me this question on the side. No, they asked me whether did I pay you for all the sharing recently? Did I pay you for all the good words? I wonder, did I pay you? Is it the beer that I paid you or I buy you back then? Okay. All right. Nothing to hide by Anthony. Well, honestly, I never thought of being honest and about nothing to hide. Actually, the thing is this: I know the feeling of when you are down, especially in losses in that particular position, whereby you can't tell anybody, right? Even like your spouses, for example, or your girlfriend, boyfriends, you cannot tell them you win or you lose in a way, and that is very painful right here. And that's why I think that the only way for you to vent out is through this community, because we all know that. So when you win money, you get your joy over here. When you lose money, you can share it openly and no one say anything. Everybody keep quiet. I think that is the reason why we have this community called, anything under the sun. All right. And that is a reason for you. And that is how it is. All right. And that is the reason why we have this community built for this manner. So the question is this: will I actually ever close this group chat? Right? People be asking me this question. I will tell you no, at least for now. Because why? I don't see why. I mean, think about this. Don't tell me that in a family, it's a family, right? Just because you're unhappy, I kick you out of the family. I don't think so. But the thing is this: you have to be fair to everybody. That's all. Because end of the day is that, right? Negative vibes doesn't really carry out good in a community. So of course, venting out is fine. We accepted it. We won't remove people from that reason. But end of the day is that, right? The community is built because we know that you need help. We know that you need the extra little hug from us. All right. So don't give up on the person that you are coming. All right. Never do that. And of course, by the end of every month, like the end of May this year, right? Okay, you're going to be blessed more than you can imagine. Because every month, every day, I'm doing MAO because I just want to express my little help to you. Now, at the end of the day, my view can be wrong. It doesn't matter. But at least got someone there to assist you. And it's not that they just come out and just do this and then get you guys got preview and then get it done. No, every single day, I'm committing this to you. So that's the reason why, I want you guys to understand the presence of this community. All right. Really, because we want to take care of you genuinely. All right, think about this for a moment. Let it set in a little bit, all right? And hope that you guys can understand why we are doing this every single day. Okay, all right. Thank you guys so much yourself. Thank you very much indeed. Yes, okay. All right, thank you. Let's continue, right? So please, before we start this morning MAO, once again, I know today a bit draggy. I drag a lot of personal thoughts right here, but I just want you guys to know why, okay? So please understand this. The next 5 seconds, if you're staying on, right, that means you identified me and you accepted the above disclaimer, okay? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Done. Okay, all right, let's continue our morning MAO. All right, so what we saw was April. Now, April private payroll figure was really good, okay? 742,000 in April. That's very high. And it's well above the last month number of 565,000. So basically, that's the reason why the stock market is going higher, right? Is it? Well, in a way, because the market didn't go much higher, okay? But the thing is this, right? The market was expecting 800,000. I'm not too sure about this. I thought the number was a bit lower, but I don't know. So when it happened, right, when the number came out, the market hardly budged. The market hardly budged. Only in the cash market, Dow Jones went up. Okay, so what is the main driver? It was leisure, hospitality, and manufacturing and construction. So these 4 sectors really benefited because why? The reopening of the economy. Okay, that was what actually really happened. All right, so the question is this: as long as the pandemic do not come back again, everything is good. So guys, just remember this, okay? You can stay on the long side on the market. Just make sure that there is no pandemic, no second wave or third wave actually, okay? All right, so you can see very clear in the clearer picture now in terms of the numbers coming in. Majority of them came from the hospitality side, obviously, and then of course the transportation, and of course there is also health services increment. That is what really happened. Okay, but apparently the market didn't react much from there. Not much news on it, in fact. Okay, now this is the whereby the part that I want to clarify yesterday what I shared. Okay. All right, Arun just talked to Pius. Okay, all right. So what happened is that, you know what happened to Janet Yellen right now? Janet Yellen yesterday, okay, no, the day before, sorry. The day before, don't know why, out of nowhere, when she was having a little interview, she says that, right, okay, the inflation is creeping in and there is a possible reason for interest rate to go up, right? That's what she said. Then after that, right, I think she got it wrong, or she couldn't have said it, or shouldn't have said it. The market reacted. And immediately she came out and said, no, you got it wrong, okay? Let me clarify. I'm just saying that there is possible inflation and there is no need for the Federal Reserve to hike, okay? So basically what happened, she had to basically U-turn everything she says, okay? Yeah, she do that. Kind of telling me like a bit of Donald Trump, but not Donald Trump doing this, okay? All right, so this is, again, traditionally former Fed chairman, okay, like chairwoman, right? Example like this, Janet Yellen, right? Don't comment on current federal policy. Yes, it did. You don't really do that, all right? You don't really do that. And of course, when she said this is right, it's like a slap on the face on Jerome Powell in a way, right? But Jerome Powell keep on insisting that there is no interest there's no interest rate coming up and inflation is within control and stuff like that. Okay, all right. So you can see from Bloomberg, right? You can see, right? She say that it's not something I'm predicting or recommending. So basically, she's flipping her words, and she totally appreciate the independence of Federal Reserve, and she say it's her. And she didn't anticipate about of this persistently higher inflation and yada, 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 yada. So but early in the day, she caused a set of hiccups in the financial market when she said that there'll be interest rate may have to rise, okay, things like that. So you see, even a person like her also can theoretically make that mistake, all right? So that is how to wrap it up. So in short, our Janet Yellen say, no, got it wrong. There's no interest rate coming up. So don't worry, guys, stay on the long side. And inflation, well, is there, but don't worry. Everything is good. So guys, heard the lady. She has said that word. So please keep to what she say, the updated sentences and words, okay? So stick with that. Okay, all right. Now, Cathie Woods, okay, that is whereby I'm not rubbing it again. I keep on reminding you guys that if you want to buy Cathie Wood, ARK Innovation, can I give you a pretty fair assessment on this? Can you don't buy now? Can you wait for about $95 to maybe $98? If you see the ARK Innovation going down to $95 to $98 and stabilize there, then maybe you can go into try, okay? Can I ask you to do that? Now, why do I want to do that? What is my reason for doing this? Let me explain this to you, okay? Now, apparently, right, on the non-mainstream media, right, they are saying that investors in ARK are grabbing their life jackets. Okay, why is that so? Well, let's take a look. Okay. Why trouble may loom for stock market if Cathie Wood ARK Innovation ETF fails to bounce? If the high growth funds falter, it could force a test of 3980 to 4000 level for the S&P index by some analysts. They won't quote who is that. Okay, why is that so? Take a look at this. Is Cathie Wood's ARK Innovation. Now, do see my point, okay? I'm not trying to impose this idea to you, but just informing you. Okay, now, ARK Innovation high at closing, not the highest point, was about 158. Okay, so if you take this price and multiply by 0.8, all right, you get about 120 plus. Okay, and that is the 20% mark. All right, so usually we know, right, when a market hit a high and pull back. Now, if this is a historical high, the 20% mark at the 80% mark, right, that means from the high to from the all-time high to the 80% mark, right? Once the market goes below the 80% mark, we call it as the bear market. But for some reason, right, Wall Street until to date, right, never once mentioned about this. They have never mentioned one time about this, ARK Innovation in the bear territory. They just keep quiet, very quiet on this, okay? So we saw the first wave came down. Then there was some reprieve because they went in to buy back their shares. Then it came back down again, and then it go up again. So every time when ARK Innovation basically recovers, right, it's actually the buyback of ARK Innovation shares, all right, most of the time. Now, there's something very interesting particularly happened here, and this is the price why I want to show to you. 111, right, 111. Right, apparently every time when ARK Innovation price comes down to 111 and below, all right, there is a buyback. So there is two likes onto this. Number one, guys, stand by today, okay? If ARK Innovation really later on bottom out at 111, you can buy back because usually the rebound, you can see almost very clear every time the rebound is about 125. So which means that, right, if you want to buy into ARK Innovation at 111, there's an upside potential of $14. Hey, not bad, right? Second, because now ARK Innovation is based on the Nasdaq counter. So that means that, right, if the ARK Innovation you're buying in the share, then that means that Nasdaq is expected to go higher, right? So you can buy Nasdaq. Okay, so this is the bull cam. Now the bear cam will be the other way around, because why? That means that, right, if the ARK Innovation has to really stay really firmly at 111, because that was the very time where the market basically finds some support. But if the market do not find support and this time around breaks below 111, okay, then the next possibility that the market may be going will be what I just mentioned to you, the potential range of $95 to $98. Can you see that? Okay, so that is the bear cam. Okay, so I give you the bull cam, I give you the bear cam. Okay, so of course, on the flip note, if the ARK Innovation comes down, the only way is that the Nasdaq come off, right? So if Nasdaq comes off, obviously ARK Innovation will come off. So that is again linked to one another. So you realize that now, a few months ago, I talked about how the ships are being linked one by one another, the Red Cliff episode, right? Apparently, right, it seemed to be happening. And of course, everything is all linked. So all I can say is this, guys, watch out for 111 and the Nasdaq right now. If the thing is that if the market goes up, you can look into both counter to buy. On the flip note, if the market, both of them comes down, then there is some technical level to watch out for. It's $95 to $98 for the ARK Innovation. Okay, all clear on this? If everybody clear, please key the number, key what? Let's key Nasdaq then. How about that? If you heard what I say and you are very clear what I just mentioned, please key the word Nasdaq into the group chat. All right. Oh, sorry, I crossed the Nasdaq Hang Seng time already. Oh my God, so bad. Okay, never mind. I just wait for a moment after you guys have key first. Nasdaq, good one. This cow. Okay, all right. So sorry, I missed out the Hang Seng today's sharing. Oh gosh, overdone. Okay, sorry, my bad. Okay, let's look at Hang Seng now. Okay, well, it's went up already, so I won't tell you the direction, but let's look at Hang Seng overall. Now, Hang Seng, this is the chart that I want to show you. So you saw the breakdown on the trend. Okay, so that is the downtrend. I'm sorry, uptrend that was breakdown. Now, Hang Seng, although is recovering now, but the MA30 is above, right? The MA30 is about 28,732 level. So hence, therefore, right, there is a small possibility for the Hang Seng to test the MA30, okay? There is a possibility for the Hang Seng to test that level there, okay? It's a possibility, okay? So watch out for that moment there. Okay, so there's a chance for Hang Seng to test 28,732. All right, but overall, the market is still below MA30, so there will be some form of resistance. All right, it's something you have to watch, everybody. That's the first thing to take out for. All right, then China A50, let's take a look. Now, China A50 today, very clear, is actually moving above the MA30. And of course, today, China stock market is back, right? That's why likely there is some buying, because after a long week, everybody see the market doing so well everywhere. So maybe the Chinese investors are coming to buy. Okay, so 9:30, watch out for when the cash market open, then we can see the real market movement. Now, as long as the market stay above the MA30 for China A50 at 17161, let me write down for you. As long as the China A50 stays above this figure, 17161, the market should be quite okay. All right, so watch out for this 17161 for the market. Okay, cool, huh? All right, so that is the China A50, and we talk about the Hang Seng, but let's just look at now on the Hang Seng chart. Okay, now, wow, look at the Hang Seng chart first, go to the day chart first. Now, today's day chart is quite clear. There's something to watch out for, okay? The opening price today is between the two pivots, so very clear we have to follow the opening price, but the KSI is red in color, right? So which means that above OP you can buy, but when the market go to KTR +1, 2 +3, then do expect the market to have some form of resistance, especially as a CCYR. Okay, so watch out for the potential resistance when the market goes there. So now let's look at the M5 chart. Okay, M5 chart, we already see the market already touches the KTR +1, and there seems to be some resistance. So watch out, traders who are long in the market. As long as the market can stay up, that's fine. But if the market couldn't, then you have to be very careful. Okay, all right. The next upside will be 28,723 level for the Hang Seng. Okay, cool. Huh? Okay, all right. So apology for overshooting today's Hang Seng sharing. All right. Okay, so that is why I was saying that today Cathie Wood's counter. All right, take note of that. So I already tell you there's a buy call and a sell call. Whichever side you prefer, just trade according to rules. Okay, cool. Huh? All right. Okay. All right, let's continue. All right, now this is the thing that I want to share with you this morning. I know that this morning I'm jumping a little bit off the usual, but I want you to take note of this. This is the Nasdaq chart. Okay, now this is the Nasdaq daily chart that all of us has. Okay, so what happened is that you can see Nasdaq was just climbing very beautifully, and that's where I think M Trader makes lots of money on the Nasdaq. Arun also. All right, so everything's okay. The first thing of the first reason for me to get a bit worried is that you can see this BNB here. This is the BNB. Can you see that? Okay, this is the BNB. So BNB, as you know, right, the high and the low, we use it for a form of resistance and support. So apparently it's all right. You can see that the two yellow lines were drawn on its own to indicate the potential range and also the where the market will choose to go from here. And then the next day, you can see incredibly the market really came down and touched the lower band of the BNB, which is the support level. Then on the third day, this is where things all break loose, whereby the next day the market closed below. The market closed below the line, right? Do you see that? And that's the reason why the next day we saw a huge sell-off on the Nasdaq. Okay, so got the idea. And of course, to support that movement was the KSI flip from red to green, from green to red, and that was also created the sell signal on the Nasdaq. So this is like a bit of overview of what really happened and what you learn and what you know, right? Okay, so now the thing is this, okay, I want to say this up front, okay? Now, if the Nasdaq do come down, if we go to come down, right, there is actually a first support around here, and that is about this around here, a bit of a mixture here. There's some lines, I think there's two lines there. That's why it's about 13,330 level around there, okay? That will be the first support. Now, if the Nasdaq do pull back further, it's a fresh chocolate bar right here, chocolate bar. All right, so it's 13,110. I think that will be a pretty good one because I think that is also near the 5% marker. All right, then of course, we talk about TSCB level, right? That will be this one here, and this one is the 12,654. Now that is a bit far away because there's almost 800 points, but of course, anything is possible. Now, what is catching my attention is this thing here. Can you see the KSI? The KSI RSI is actually moving. The red bars are actually moving higher. So this tells me that the selling signal is actually getting, a bit louder than usual. So that's the reason why I'm also expressing my concern with the market right now. But I say all this is only if the market react accordingly. All right, this is just to inform you why the last week, right, I've been calling for sell. All right, last week on Nasdaq, I've been calling for sell. So this is my reason as a TWB trainer and informing you guys. So actually all these things you learn before and you know why is it happening. Okay, all right, because someone did actually quoted me that that a prominent trainer in Singapore recently just called for sell on the Nasdaq. All right, am I copying him? I said no, I said this long time ago. I said it last week. Okay, so I think that's why a grapevines like just that doesn't mean that I'm not that popular right now. Doesn't mean that I don't share because my daily MAO is uploaded on YouTube. So if anyone want to have any cross-checking itself, right, they can go to YouTube and just cross-check and they can see the sharing quite clear. Okay, all right. So that is my little sharing over here right now. Okay, cool, right? Okay, let's just continue. Okay. All right, let's look at the Hang Seng right now. The Hang Seng, wow. Hang Seng is shooting up. Why I told you guys, Hang Seng is shooting up. Okay, Hang Seng is shooting up right now. You can see that. Okay, why is that so? Like I told you guys, Probably this is the after the week coupling, right? The interesting is that look at the KSI, it's still red in color. So that means that there are still people trying to sell the market. Probably that these people have been buying and they bought from the bottom and now they're taking profit. So again, my friends, KSI is red. So please make sure that you just take profit along the way. If you're long today, just remember to take some profit, okay? You don't want to be caught, that's all I'm saying this, all right? So very clear, all right, cool. All right, so we have the earnings season still ongoing right now. So today is Thursday. We have seen, I have not seen the data yet. Sorry, my bad. Okay, but then again, today will be Uber. Okay, today will be Uber and Roku. All right, so these two counters will be interesting. Uber came out, the data was pretty good, but apparently the market didn't really get into it. Not too sure why. Okay. Now, more important is today, Thursday, will be the initial jobless claim. The numbers expecting to be lower, so it should be positive to the market. So probably the reason why the market is recovering a little bit now. And of course, tomorrow will be the key, the non-farm payroll. The market is looking at the high number of 980,000 jobs. In fact, most people are looking at 1 million. So anything higher than 1 million, the market will like it, but then after that you get worried. So that is what the market is trying to tell people about this. Okay, so these 2 days, watch out for the market. If you're long in the market, just put SWL, let it ride. Okay, for those on short the market, right, you may want to wait for a while, find a very good price, do a risk assessment, then enter the market. Because now again, you're against the tide, right? So you just have to be very careful on that. Okay, cool. Okay, all right. Okay, you can see that. Well, Arun just said the STI also bowling, but I think nobody cares. Doesn't matter, Arun, as long as you make money, who cares, correct? Just make your money. That's more important. Okay, so let's just go check through what happened on Dow Jones last night. The Dow Jones, initially, the sell market came off first. Then after that, they found some strength. It pushed up to the high level. Okay, and I think it created a new all-time high. Then after that, what happened? There was some pullback. Okay, that was because Biden came in to do some news on the vaccination and there was some selling here. Okay, but overall itself, right, again, the market has crossed a new all-time high again. All right, so you can see that the market just keep on pushing, not relentlessly, and that's the reason why the market is kind of strong at this moment right now. Okay, so clear. So the Dow Jones rises of 100 points to close at record level amid of solid earnings, as you can see. But of course, the Nasdaq fell at 0.4% as Amazon, Netflix, all dropped by 1%. So why is that so? Because I told you guys, if the Dow Jones keep on going higher because the economy is recovering, hence therefore inflation is definitely around it. This will definitely affect those companies like technology company, right? It will affect. That's why you see the standard business cycle does go in that. Why is it called standard business cycle? That means that from one place you go to the other place to the other place. So what happened is that, right, people who invested in technology counters the last few months is now moving away and going to the defensive sectors like those defensive sectors like the utilities and transportation. So this is how it moves. Okay, like how the moon move. So obviously when the funds move away, so some counters must be down. That is how it works, because the fund cannot be like, wow, keep on printing and keep on moving, right? So that is a reason why we say that, right? In terms of business cycle, it seems that it's following. And of course, if that's going to happen, if commodity prices keep on rocketing, right, that means you just need to be very careful. That's all. Careful is not sell. Careful is just, take measurement steps to protect your interests. Okay, that's very important. And of course, commodity stocks like energy, material, all went up. The SPDR all went up big time. Okay, right. This Chevron, remember Warren Buffett buys Chevron, and Dow Inc. all went up very high. And that is the reason why, again, defensive sectors seem now to be the new baby in town. All right. So let's look at the Hang Seng again. Now Hang Seng went a high of 829, pull back a little bit. All right, but it's still at the pivot one. So above OP, above pivot one is a buy, but KSI is red. So just be careful on the buy side. Just go slow. Okay, take profit along the way. Okay, for the you can see that the IHS market US services, all right, apparently came out 6.4%, 64.7%, and apparently it's better than 63.3%, but the market also didn't react much. Okay. So, but crude oil very, very clearly went up, topping $66. And I told you guys, crude oil will go higher because it's commodity driven. So again, all this will cause a problem because why? When the crude oil price goes up, cost increases, right? So because of that, right, the transportation cost will also naturally increase. But the problem is that all the lumber, corn also increase in prices. So increment plus on top of increment, definitely it will make cyclical stock very attractive, but it will also cause people to think about it. Hey guys, cost increased by so much. What can we do with this? So that is the reason why you just need to be careful. Stay long, but just be careful. Okay, clear? All right. Okay. Cool. So on the news side now, right, we can see that Janet Yellen walks back what she says. And of course, the market is still rallying because the vaccine is still ongoing. People getting so-called more and more states are looking to reopen, like New York example. So that's why people are getting pretty excited with this reopening of the economy. The question is this, hopefully it doesn't happen like what Singapore having now, a bit of shutting down here and there. All right, but again, like I say, US if you want to shut down, it's going to be very difficult because there's so many things that they must create hurdles to cross before they can actually allow themselves to do that. Okay. All right, so let's just now look at the recap of what happened yesterday. So it's very, very clear. Above OP, above pivot 1, you just have to stay on the long side. Okay, I already said many times. Now the KSI is green yesterday, so, the day before. So as long above OP, above pivot 1, you just have to stay on the long side. Say this enough time. So let's look at what happened yesterday. Okay, so above OP, above pivot 1, long. All right, these are all the long cases, but didn't really profit much. Then this is the one, right? This is the one. The market went down all the way, dropped below, and you can see that there's a KSI jump. Now, during the simulation class, I did share with people that if you see KSI jump, it's always a good indication. I don't know whether you guys heard me, but you can see that it really works. So above OP, above pivot 1, buy. And you can see that is what happened to the Dow Jones on last night market. You see, guys, it's always that simple. And that's the reason why Uncle Arun is making so much money. He's just following exactly. Okay, so the KSI jump tells you lots of story, and of course with the technique calls for buy, and at the same time the TSCB or the intraday also call for buy. That's the reason why you see the Dow Jones going up. Pretty clear. Cool, right? Okay, all right, that's the sharing right now on the Dow Jones. Okay, so that is why you just have to follow what you learn. Okay, that is more important. Okay, cool. Okay, so that is the Dow Jones. Oh, sorry. Okay, so let's us now look at today's market technical charts right now. Oh, Hang Seng has pulled back a little bit from the high. As I mentioned to you, just be very careful on the Hang Seng because of the KSI rate. Okay, daily chart. Now, Dow Jones has created a new all-time high, 34,323. The last high was 34,258. Now we have a new high of 34,323. So now the Dow Jones seems to be still going higher. So there is a possibility for the Dow Jones to cross the new all-time high again. Now look at the MLP for today. Well, MLP for today is about 34,170. I write down for you. Okay, 34,170. That is the Dow Jones MLP. And the MA30 is here. The MA30 is at 33,925. Okay, so the Dow Jones now is trading at 34,265. So the question is this, right? Okay, if that is the case, would the Dow Jones come down at all? Well, like I say, we saw a very strong recovery here 2 days ago. So I did tell you, right, likely the momentum will carry forward, and indeed it really happened. All right, so that is why you see the Dow Jones creating a new all-time high. But you also cannot deny this, that right now the difference between the current price and the MA30 is getting nearer and nearer and nearer, and there were a few times it touches it itself. So technical analysis is like that. When the market basically does this, right, when it's when the same technical point is being touched many, many times, it works both ways. It can be a very strong support. It can be a very strong indication that if the market breaks it, then there will be a big movement coming in. So all I can tell you guys, I repeat myself one more time on live recording right now. I say this again and again, okay, is that if the Dow Jones stays above MLP, the market will stay up. If the market drops below MLP, it will test the MA30. If the market tests MA30, based on the trend right now, likely the market will go up again. But if the market goes below the MA30 and close below MA30, then there is a high chance the market will have some follow-through sell-off. Okay, so I give you both sides of the coin, very clear, so you guys can consider, using this as a guidance to trade in your market or for your portfolio. All right. So are we clear with this? I hope it's very, very clear. All right. If you need any clearer, you need to, follow the advertisement. And any fresher you need to get from there. Okay. All right. So guys, I think it's crystal clear. All right. It's crystal clear. I think can't get any clearer than that. Cool, guys? All understand what I'm trying to say over here? If yes, text me the word clear, C-L-E-A-R. All right. Just want to see whether you guys are still around. Okay. All right. Clear? Okay, good. Let's just continue. Now, weekly chart is good. You can see that, right? Usually after two black candles on the candlesticks, right? Usually we will see some selling, but apparently it's not happening unless, today or tomorrow something really crazy happened. All right. I don't think so. So at this moment now, it does seem that the market is still full of strength to go higher. That's what's happening. So this trend line, I had to remove it away, no longer in news. So I'm going to stick it there. The only thing that I will draw on my own weekly chart is just this little support level that I'm seeing right now. It just give me a bit of showing that there is this support here. So I'll wait for that. Okay. Now let's look at the Dow Jones now. Okay, Hang Seng has pulled back further. Okay, pull back further. Let's look at the 5-minute chart to be clearer. Okay, so we can see that, you see that it went up to KDR +2, but rejected at the pivot 1. That's the reason why. I see. Okay, there's a reason for this. But at the moment now, right, it's still red, yellow color bar, so you cannot really do much unless it turns to red. Then maybe we have a problem. Okay, so KSI is red. You can see that the price goes up, right? You can see the price going up, but the indicator turns red. So this is whereby you must understand traditional indicators, right? Let me just show to you a quick one here. Now, if I put any traditional oscillator, let's say we put stochastics, okay? You can see that, okay? When the market is going up, okay, you can take a look here, everybody. When the market is going up, right? Okay, you can see when the market is going up, okay, the common oscillator is going up. So that's why people like it. They say, Cal, your indicator very good, very bad. You see, conventional tells us to buy, Yeah, but do you know that this indicator called KSI already tell you guys from this point here to be very careful because KSI is red in color. So when you see this touching those technical points, it's for you to take profit. That is what it meant. Okay, that's what it meant. Okay, so you can see right now the difference between the conventional indicator and ours. So some people say they prefer this one, they prefer our mine. It doesn't matter. End of the day, you guys make money. That is more important. Okay, all right. Let's take note of this. There is a resistance right now on the Hang Seng right here. Okay. Okay, so let's do the, deviated again. Let's do the Dow Jones, sorry. Okay, for today's Dow Jones, interesting. Okay, interesting. Why? Now, the opening price of Dow Jones today is actually very near to, in fact, opening price is below. The opening price of Dow Jones today is below pivot 2. Okay, pivot 2 is 34,214. The opening price of today is 34,213. All right. But the KSI is green in color. So that means that if the market goes above the pivot 2, which is now, then the Dow will go up, and it's really happening right now. So as long as the market stays above OP and above pivot 2, the market is a buy. Okay, that is what I'm going to say to you. Very, very clear. All right. If the market really later on for some reason break below pivot, break below OP, okay, then there might be some selling. But because the KSI is green in color, right? If the market go to KTR -1 to -3, and if we do see CCRY on the day chart, intraday day chart, then it's a buy. Okay, so guys, for those who want to buy, you can wait for the price to pull back a little bit to KTR -1 to -3, then look out for CCRY to buy. Okay, all right, it's something to take note of. But the thing is, because it's below OP and below pivot 2, right? Usually, I told you before, below OP, below pivot 2 is a sell. So today, if the market goes below OP and below pivot 2, it's a sell, but the KSI is green, there'll be a mixed signal, right? So that's why even you're selling, right, you must buy back fast. Clear on this? This is very important because I don't want you to get confused and say, come, Kel, what does buy, that sell, what should we do, right? It's about how you understand this, all right? So I repeat myself one more time. If the market goes above OP, above pivot 2 is a buy, no question. It's as simple as that. But if the market goes below OP, all right, and goes down below pivot 2, is a sell. But because the KSI is green, when you go to KTR -1, try to buy back a position, all right? Or at least put SWL, all right? It's all clear. Please key number 1 right now. If you're clear on this, because, you know, this is whereby the confusion comes in, is that, I thought Kel said this, and then Kel said that. Please understand this. If you are very clear what I just say about how to react with Dow Jones, all right, please key number 1 right now. Okay, thank you, guys. Thank you. Okay, all right, so that is the Dow Jones. How about Nasdaq? Now, Nasdaq, you can see very, very clearly why am I expressing my concern, because it's actually now firmly below the MA 30. Okay, that is a very big first concern. Now, second concern is that, right, okay, you can see that there seems to be a double top, and the interesting part is this guy here. Can you see that? What do you see, guys? This is a BNB, right? As I told you earlier. So that is my second concern. So there's two tops here, like double top, and the BNB created the all-time high, and the market now is trading below it. So that is the reason why I'm not that comfortable to buy into the Nasdaq. Honestly, that is my real reason. And of course, the MLP for today, let's take a look. It's here. So the MLP for today, for the Nasdaq, I'm gonna write it down for you guys. Okay, again, all my MLP is not drawn to scale. It's just only a rough gauge because I have no time to calculate for you. All right, so this is somewhere around there, okay? Somewhere around there. Okay, so what I'm saying is this, as long as the Nasdaq stays above MLP, it's fine. But if the Nasdaq later on drops below MLP, then I can tell you this, my personal take is that the market may test the 5% mark. Now the 5% mark is 13,375, really, yeah. Now, the thing is, I kind of suspect that there is a good chance that the Nasdaq may go there, 13,375. Now, why do I say that? Now, let me give you an idea. So if tomorrow the non-farm payroll is expected to be good, and it went even more, let's say go 1 million job, there will be a knee-jerk effect. The market will buy into it first. That's natural. But the thing is that, right, after they realize, hey, it's so high now, right? Then the same grapevines and rumors will start to spread again that maybe Yellen was correct, but she tried to cover her tracks. So what happened is that there is going to be a possibility that, you know, the inflation story again will come back again, and people get worried. And of course, that will cause the Nasdaq to come down again. So that is the reason why I felt that, right, based on that probability, there is a chance for Nasdaq to come down to 13,375 region. But again, I say this, we have seen this many times before. All right, let me just show you something here, very important. Okay, hold on a minute. Hold on, guys. Now today MA will be longer than usual because I have a lot of things to share with you today. Hold on. Hey, hold on. Where is it? Ah, okay. Oh, okay, never mind. This is the, wait. ATH history. Okay, let me just show something very interesting here itself. Just a quick one. Okay, this is the Nasdaq day chart, right? You can see over here. Okay, now I put in this thing created by one of our students. Okay, hold on. Okay, here we go. Now, can you see this? This is actually a very cool indicator. Okay, very cool indicator. All right, created by one of our students. All right, so what you saw is that, can you see this guy? Can you see this guy there? Can you tell me what is that candle? What is a candle? What do you see that, guys? What candle is that? I'll wait for your answer. Yep, correct. It is a BNB. So what do we see? Now, the last time when we saw the all-time high on Nasdaq, it was also a BNB creation. Interesting, right? Okay, then after that, the price came down. And you realize this, okay, just make it draw it better. It came down, and then you can see it touches the MA30 back then, and it staged a rebound. Then after that, there was this day whereby the market collapsed below the MA30. Can you see that? Incredible, right? Incredible, right? Then after that, what happened? It went down to 95% mark. Then it basically stabilized there for a while. But after that, when it loses the 95% mark, the market crashed down to the 90% mark. But incredibly, when it goes down, it hit the MA200, and that's where it staged a strong rebound, cross the MA30, and go all the way up. So got an idea now? Got an idea now? Okay, cool, right? So today MAO is going to be very good. Are you that worth all the time you have with me? Okay. Now we look at the next, what's happening right now. Can you take a look? Okay. Thanks, Colin. You're right. Yeah. Okay. So now let's just see what is the interesting correlationship now. What I'm trying to say. First of all, there was a BNB. We have a BNB. The last BNB created a new all-time high. Indeed, it happened the same way. The market basically went below the MA30, Then because it went below MA30, there was some selling, Then after that, the market comes down to 95%, and the market did come to 95% back then. So that's the reason why I believe that, right, there is a possibility for the market to come down to the 95% mark. Get an idea now? Yeah, that is the reason why I suspect that the high probability of the Nasdaq coming down to that point first. Okay. Then after that, when it actually happens, okay, the thing is, if it goes down further, this time now the MA200 is nearer away from the 90% mark. So I suspect that this is going to be the buy that you're looking out for, right? 12,935 level. All right, so that is where I suspect that the Nasdaq will actually potentially bottom out, okay, for this run. Yeah, so if there's any reason why you guys should, why I'm telling you why I suspect that ARK Innovation might be coming down further, all right, it's because of the coincidence that we are seeing right now, and of course the similarities. If this really portray as what I just mentioned, then of course at a good level there, you can look to buy Nasdaq and buy ARK Innovation at a cheaper price. Got the idea now? All right, if you like this sharing, can you put the word cool, C-O-O-L, all right, or you know the K-O-L also can. All right, if you like this sharing, this is going to be a very good one. So if you can actually consider this, look at 95% mark at the MA200. These are the two technical level that you can look out for buy signal. All right. So if you want to short the market, then of course it's vice versa. You can use those level as a buyback level. All right. You like this? All right. So people have been telling me, Kel, you don't show things that's outside TWB. Who said that? Who said that? Why y'all keep on putting words in my mouth? I show things more than you can think of. Okay, guys. All right, I show things. I do show, right? It's just that do you believe in me? That's all. Okay, so that is the Nasdaq charts that I'm looking at. So I'm quite confident to say that I do suspect we could see that. All right, so if you look at it further now, if the market do come back to MA200 level, right, the RSI likely will be hitting here, and that will give us a 3 reason why to buy. Okay, cool, right? Yes, indeed. That will be a cool reason to buy into the Nasdaq. Okay, I'm not saying against it. I'm telling you that you can go for it, but you must know how to plan it accordingly to make the best out of this. Okay, all right. So that's why today MAO is really cool. All right, great stuff. All right, if you don't appreciate it, it's okay. It doesn't matter as long as I know what to do for myself. Cool. Okay, thank you guys. Okay, so that is Nasdaq for you. Oops, so sorry. All right, so we have Nasdaq right now, and then we have the S&P. Sorry, the Nasdaq first, sorry. So this is the Dow Jones still there. Okay, Hang Seng, quick one. Hang Seng has went up again, trying to test above the pivot one once again, pretty strong. Okay, all right, Nasdaq. Now Nasdaq today, KSI is red, as you can see very clearly, and of course it's below between the two pivots. So when it's that means that for Nasdaq, above OP is a buy. But if it goes up, then look out for KTR +1 to +3. If the market hits there with the CCYR, then there will be some profit taking. All right. So Nasdaq, there will be profit taking when you go to KTR +1 to +3. So a quick one to the 50-minute chart. I have already first, you can see very clearly, we have a first reason of concern here. The market already hit KTR +1, as you can see right now. Now, if you want to get it higher, they'll be here, KTR +2. So if the market to go up, then look out for any resistance at KTR +2. Okay, so that's how you work, guys. You have to plan your trading day before it even started. So once the market opens already, you already know what to do. Play around, write it down somewhere, like what Arun does. Okay, write it down somewhere and then prepare and stick to it. Okay, and stick to it. All right. Okay, cool. That is good for you guys. I'm sure you guys are going to make a lot of money today and tomorrow. S&P 500. Now, S&P 500 yesterday did a doji because the Nasdaq was down, Dow was up, so it became a bit of confusion, right? So S&P is a little bit more concerning. Why? S&P today MLP and the MA30 is so near, very, very near. Okay, S&P and the MLP and S&P MA30 is very near to one another. MLP for today for S&P is 41.67. That is the MLP level, and the MA30 is at about 41.57. So wow, 10 points difference. Okay, so what I'm trying to say is this: the market has to stay above 41.67 for S&P to stay up, right? But the interesting thing you can see, right, the Dow hit all-time high, but the S&P is off from all-time high. So there is some form of profit taking in the market. So unless the Nasdaq can recover strongly, if not, it's all right. This S&P may actually go into a bit of selling mode in the short term. All right. So traders, please watch out for this. All right, Ken. All right. So that is the S&P 500 charts, and we look at this S&P day chart. All right, S&P day chart, the KSI, there's some buying. So that's why it's holding up pretty nicely. So 41.65 is very near to the MLP, right? The one that I mentioned, 41.67. So that means today the critical point for S&P is 41.65. If the market loses 41.65, they'll be selling. As long as the market stays above OP, everything is good. Okay, so that is the sharing that I want to share with you for all the US equity market. Right, China A50, wow, big rally. Well, no wonder the China Hong Kong shares keep on going up. Big one, okay. Right, do note there is MA 200 on top, so that will be the resistance that I'm going to see that may happen. All right, so that is the power of the holiday. Okay, all right, so let's look at DAX. Now, DAX yesterday do a tremendous recovery. Wow, look at DAX yesterday. Wow, powerful. I'm sure Uncle Arun has bought DAX yesterday. Now, yesterday, DAX looks down, but the next day, the market went up all the way, stay above OP, and it was a buy. Right, so as long as the market stay above MLP for today, for DAX, is still good to go, but do note it's still below the MA30, so traders, you need to be careful on this area here. Okay, so that is for DAX. All right, but DAX also a bit of tapering off a little bit, so must cross MA30 today. Once it cross MA30, it'll be a very strong upside once again. Okay, well, Arun, well done. Bought loads of it. Congratulations, man, my friend. Okay, guys, fantastic. Okay, so that is the DAX, there is Hang Seng, and that's almost everything on the equity market. Now let's look at the commodities market. Let's look at gold. Now, gold, interesting. Okay, gold went down initially. Then after that, they really push it down. Suddenly, they push it down. And after U-turn, they push it all the way up. Now, the question is this. If let's say Friday NFP is good, right? What will happen to gold prices? Well, likely gold prices will have a bit of problem, because if let's say there's inflation issues and there's a hike rate, then obviously the dollar may be going up. That is the reason why gold might be coming off. But on the flip note itself, because inflation is going up and gold is actually a good combation it's a good hedge against inflation. Now gold will go up. So now how? Which is which? That's the reason why gold recently, right, up also correct, down also correct. So that is a problem for gold recently. So you can see on the analyst side, also very confusing, right? Some of them say that there'll be further lack of upside, so it'll be resisted. Then after they say that after that, there's going to be recovery. So basically it's all right. They all think same thing. But of course, a common number that we are seeing on the gold news is 1800. So if gold can cross 1800, the buying momentum may come in. If the gold stay below 1800, the selling momentum will still continue. So that's what they are trying to say. Okay, so let's look at the gold chart, right? The gold chart of yesterday. Now, KSI is green in color, no blue bar at the bottom, right? So it's bullish. So when the market opens, this yesterday when it opens between the two pivot, right? Above OP is a buy, below OP is a sell. But when the market go to P2, by logic, below P2 is a sell. But remember this, the KSI is green in color. So once the market recovers above P2, right, it becomes a natural buy. And you should be buying from the bottom, because if there's any color change from the bottom, it will be a buy, and indeed it really happened. So yesterday, I can tell you this, without looking at the chart, I know that there should be a color change at pivot 2 yesterday. And truth be told, wow, look at it, incredible. The market was moving sideways, and then it slammed down. Now, when it came down, it went to KTR -1, which what we wanted, and then it went down to pivot 2, we wanted, and the KCX was there. So 3 reasons to buy. CCRY came in, and the CCRY goes above OP. That's why gold went up. You see that everything is really what you learned, and it's applicable in the real life market. So is it incredible that you just had to wait for your turn? That means throughout the whole morning, right, you don't trade at all. If you really want to buy, you wait for it to go to KTR -1. And then after that, it's all right. In this case, although it broke pivot 2, but it did not go below pivot 2. Look at it. It went below pivot 2, right? But it did not close below pivot 2. That's the reason why we don't want you to trade with M1 or M5 chart, because M1 and M5 would have closed below the pivot 2. But for our side, we don't do that. We do not do that. So when the market recovers above pivot 2, right, that was the reason why we actually went in to buy into gold, and that's why gold went up. So that is a very important thing that you must understand, how to use the TWB system to your advantage. You really need to wait for things to develop, then you go in. Okay, I hope you guys have bought gold. So those who made money on gold on the long side yesterday, can you key the word gold, GOLD, into the group chat right now? If you're done, if you made money on gold, please key the word gold, GOLD, in the group chat. Right, let me hear you guys. Right, good job, Azar, Anthony. All right, how about the rest? Okay, all right, that is what we need to do. That's why this group chat is all right. It's the power of it is that we are helping each other on this. We really need to help each other on this. Very, very important. Okay, thank you guys for making money from gold. Congratulations to all of you. Okay, all right, so what do you do for gold today? Let's take a look on gold right now. Nope, you lost money in gold yesterday, Arun? Okay, incredible. Cynthia make money, very good. Oh, $47, wow. You make hundreds of thousands and lost $47, not bad. Okay, let's look at gold now. Now, gold is very tight now. It's in a very tight range, and that is why, because I told you guys, it's in a very critical position whereby long is right, sell also right. So now look at the technical aspect of this. First of all, the MLP for today will be here. And this morning already, the gold touched MLP and rebounded. Now the MA30, if you look carefully, MA30, the MA30 and the 23.6% of the Fibonacci is very near one another. All right, so that's the reason why there's a strong support around here at 1770 level. Right, yesterday when gold came down to 1770, it rebounded. Right, I think Cynthia has spotted that and informed us. All right, thank you, Sister Cynthia. All right, 1770. Okay, so what's happening right now on gold on the long-term chart is still holding very beautifully above the MA30. So the buying is still there. So anytime you go pull back, right, it's more to buy than sell. Okay, you heard me correctly. Only if the market stays above the MA30. So look at it, my friends. Okay, this is very critical. Overall, right, it's the last 2-3 months. As long as gold stays above the MA30, gold always rebound. All right, can you see that? So that is a very important thing here. If gold stays in the market, goes hit near to MA30, if you feel like buying, it's a good time to buy. If you couple with TWB chart, if you've been better, and then you buy. All right, but if gold breaks below 1770 for today, example 1770, then traders, please be very careful that there might be some selling. Okay, so again, I will say this once again. Right, 1770 is a very important danger point there. All right, yes, indeed, Azar is a bit of a booby trap there. So when the market basically stays above that, that's fine. Okay, now the MLP today is 1782 lah, which is now market is staying above that, so it's pretty good right now. So overall, it's all right. If you ask me, gold seems to be more towards the buy side than the sell side. Gold is more towards the buy side. Okay, heard me? Yeah, loud and clear, right? Okay. Weekly chart wise, you can see clearly the weekly chart looks pretty, unless drastically something changed today and tomorrow. If not, right, the gold will break above the trend line, and this might signify a good upside from here. Okay, it may signify a good upside to here itself. Okay, so watch out for gold traders. All right, gold has to stay above the trend line, and then it will be good. Well, so we'll cover this more on Monday morning. All right, when you see how the gold finished the TA point. Okay, so let's look at the silver. Silver yesterday also tried to recover after it went down. It ran back up again. Silver is holding out very strongly. The MLP for today on silver is about 26.45, but it's above the MA 30, so it looks good. And it broke the trend line, so it looks pretty. So let's take the trend line for a while. Just see overall does it continue to stay. But silver looks look good also with gold. Okay, so let's look at now the gold chart. Now the gold chart today looks pretty okay. All right, the pivot 1 and pivot 2 opening price. The opening price is actually pretty near to the pivot 1 level. So as long as gold stays above OP, today is a buy because KSI is green and there's no blue bars, positive. So if the market goes above OP, then do look out for gold. 1792 will be the first level to watch out for, which means that, right, if gold stays above OP later on and cross pivot 1, all right, gold has a probability to go to 1792 level. Okay, that is what I say for this morning. All right, so this is something to watch out for. But if the market goes below OP, then watch out for KTR -1 to -3 because the KSI is green in color. Okay, green in color means there is a possibility that the market will just bottom out from there. All right, so call clear. And pivot 2 is 1769, right? It's very near to the level I mentioned, 1770, that level there. So that means that if the market comes down, touches there and rebound, it's a buy. If the market breaks there and close below that, then the selling may start. So all clear on gold. Very important, very, very clear sharing today. I'm quite sure today you guys are going to benefit a lot from gold trading also. Okay, all right, that will be all for the MAO part 1. Now we have 70 people. I know that today it dragged a bit longer, it's 10 a.m. in the morning, but there's so much good thing to share. So guys, I come to the end of the part 1 for today. All right, MAO part 1 is done. All right, so go to MAO part 2. All right, today MAO part 2 is even longer than usual also. There's lots of things to share with you. So this session may take under 10:15 to 10:20. So if you are going to be busy right now, just go on. It's replay. It's on Facebook. You can replay it later. All right, no worries on that. Okay, so I'll wait for you for 10 seconds before we continue. All right, those who need to leave, you can leave right now. Okay, guys, I'm back. Numbers stay at 71. Okay. Okay, maybe because I said that, that's a number didn't drop. Okay, anyway, now today's MAO part 2 is going to be longer than usual because there's so many things to share with you. I try to breeze it through as fast as possible. Okay, right. Now, before we start, I'd like to share this very nice clip here. I really like it. All right, see whether you guys understand this. There's no audio here, it's just a video. All right, I like it very much. Share this with you. Watch this. Okay, got the idea? All right. All right, quite cool, right? Okay, so I felt that, right, by doing all this MAO and also doing this second part of MAO, right, you know, that this type of feeling, you know, I cannot deny this, okay? I have more people condemning me by sharing all these negative, so-called bearish signals every day. Yeah, more people condemn me for doing this. They prefer me to call for buy, which I think that, put it this way in retrospect, okay? Whole MAO is about 1 hour and a half, usually about 1 hour or 1 hour 15 minutes long, and almost 60 minutes is catered to buy side, and only 15 minutes is on the sell side, and people still don't see that point. Okay. And the second thing is this, why do I cater to do the sell side? Because I need to check and balance for you guys. Number three thing is, right, I mean, being in financial market for 21 years, okay, 21 years, I have seen my fair share of market coming off, right? So obviously it's all right. We do know that the market is due for a correction, but the market is full of buyers because the Federal Reserve is all buying. So what is happening right now is that even though we know that it's going to be crazy, it's going to be a big calamity coming in, but so you can understand why Jim Rogers, the legendary investors, right, have been wrong for the last 5 years. Since 2016, he has been calling for sell. Every year, every month, he calls for sell. Every year, the market goes higher. Because why? It went beyond him. So that's why his favorite quote right now is, this sell will be the worst ever in his lifetime. Now, he's about 75 years old this year right now, and he already went through many cycles of bull and bear. So why is it wrong this time? Because the market is manipulated. The market is full of buyers. They don't care. It's for algorithm. Algorithm is they don't care. You buy, I buy, you buy, I buy. So that is what's happening. So this cartoon is about this. This most is trying to tell you that, right? Okay, this is actually from experience. This is actually a crocodile. All right, by experience, this is a crocodile. But the guy who don't believe it, all right, wanting to verify. And then after that, it's all right. They say, nope, you see, nothing happened. So actually, this is not crocodile. Okay, then this guy is still crocodile, right? And you throw again, all right, then what happened? You say crocodile. So this guy poke now, hey, nothing happened. So in order to prove to the guy is a crocodile, this guy jumped onto it and then got eaten. So what happened? Now this guy realized that this is a crocodile. So what happened? He tells the next person it's a crocodile, but the next guy tell you, no, it's a lock. Can you understand my point? All right. So that is the reason why I want you guys to take note of this. I'm just informing you guys. End of the day is that it doesn't really change any fact of matter. Okay. I'm just doing this to tell you guys that it's very difficult to inform another person. Yeah, it's not share, it's inform. And end of the day is really back to you. All right. So you can think back and flashback now for the last 30 years or 40 years in your life, right? There are many times we do the same mistake repeatedly. Now, why do we make the same mistake? It's because we have not learned from history. Okay. All right. That's the point. All right. So let's continue. All right. So what is happening right now? Indeed, Jerry, no one like party popper. Okay. Now look at this. This is really insanity, all right? Insanity. Now the money market fund data shows everyone all in the long stock position, while valuation at the most extreme. Now this is from Bloomberg, okay? Now you don't trust what I say, but you must trust Bloomberg, okay? All right, this is from Bloomberg apparently. All right, so now the S&P valuation is at this $37.215 trillion level. Oh my goodness, it's the highest level for a long, long while. But look at it in terms of the players involved, all right? The money market data shows that we are at all the extreme level, which means that, right, the people, almost everyone in the market is actually short, or sorry, everyone in the market is all long. No one is not buying. Everyone is basically really, really inside the market. So that is my point here itself. If you look carefully now, I just draw this for you, okay? I draw this for you. If you take this as a guidance, okay, I change color. Take a look, guys. Can you see that now? Can you see better? Now, of course, some people actually condemned me and say this, Kel, you see, you've been calling for this. That's why, you see, you missed the bull market. Look at Uncle Arun, right? He's been buying. So he actually used this so-called second part MAO to go against you. Like, oh my God. I think that is so stupid, honestly, to say that, right? Uncle Arun, you heard me? All right. I tell you this, if I know Uncle Arun good enough, he's using this as a guidance to tell himself that since everyone around us is still buying, he should follow with the momentum first, but he still put put measurement just in case really it flipped. That's why when Arun took profit recently, right? Yeah, he's doing that. So it's not because that I share negative picture and then he uses a guidance and go against me like the light cam in casino. In fact, he's using it as a guidance to remind himself that the market is still bullish and everybody is still buying, and he has just followed through with the techniques. Arun, do I get it correctly? Please help me to do this. All right, apparently this was actually surfacing right now. Oh my God, I say that you guys really don't understand how the wise people do it, right? So that's why, okay? What an idiot. uh, okay, anyway, like I say, it's not only one, Angarun, not only one, a couple. Okay, anyway, guys, this is what I want to share with you. Okay, first one. So you can see now, right, Americans can't get enough of the stock market. Everybody's buying stocks, apparently. Now, the number of households that's buying stocks now is about 41%. Wow, 41%. And look at it, the stock allocation on household now is all-time high level. All right, this is actually from JP Morgan. So since 1953 onwards, to the last 70 years, oh my God, we are now at the level where unseen level before that people are buying. The last time we saw something like this, do you know what that was in 1999, where everybody was crazy on the Nasdaq. Remember that? The dot-com crisis. The next previous time where we saw something like this was not even when I born in 1968. That was where, again, the market was so crazy, everybody was buying stock, boop, the market crashed back then in 1969. So my question is this, we are now here itself, all right? So guys, what do you think? What do you think? I don't know, all right? My point is this, stay long as the market goes, but put precautionary measurement for yourself, okay? It is just like that, okay? All right, this is what it is, right? Wow. Consumerism always push things higher. Indeed. Look at the property market. It's crazy now, my property prices, okay? Oh gosh, this is really madness, okay? So that's my point of sharing all this, okay? Look at this now. Look at the margin debt, okay? Margin debt means, right, amount of people now on debt buying of stocks, okay? Look at the way it goes up. We're now at the level of 800 billion. People basically leveraging to buy stocks. Now, think about this, okay? Just a sharing here. This junction here at the early year 2020, right? At 500 billion is already a lot already. But then after that, when the market cracks above the 600 billion buck, all right, people say it's crazy, it's insane, and market say it's stupidity. But because the market is still going up, everybody's making money, people don't care. And since market don't care, just keep on buying. So the more they leverage, the more they build this castle up the air. And of course, the castle gets keep on higher and higher. So that there will be a point. There will be that point that it will flip. But again, until the fat lady sings. If not, it's all right. No matter what I say, it's pointless. So that's why I'm doing this MAO. Who knows, one day when the market really crashed down, right, I don't do MAO anymore. Because that is then my duty is done. So that's why I got this feeling like, who knows, I may behave like Michael Burry. When the time comes already, right, I just totally shut off my MAO. Good idea? Good idea, right? Okay, so you can see over here now, this S&P 500 versus a margin debt. Look at it. Oh my God. Absolutely insanity level once again. So again, if you like future as a historical guidance, you can see very clearly now in terms of market depth in year-to-year percentage versus the current level now, you can see why is that so. So I don't know when the market will crack. That means it's January, February, May, March, April. I don't know, guys. Because with the guys, if the Federal Reserve want to print, there's nothing to do. But of course, we know something is that 95% of the people right now, no, 96% of today now, 96% of the people right now in the market are long. And only 4% or even 1% are short. So that's why the market cannot come down. It's only when the thing really cracks, when there's cracks on the wall, that's the reason why things happen. Pius, you know what is the thing that I also want to do this for, but do you know that every day I got the thought of negativeness on me, on my head, and those messages. And the worst thing is that I read this online, and then online you will send that to me. You know, I hate to read all this thing, but you know, it just keep on happening. So all I say is this, guys, no matter what I say, people just get only one side. I keep on saying I'm warning, I'm not selling, people don't get it. Okay, so now look at this. Okay, this is really insanity. I mean, this is really craziness, really. All right. Again, why I say it's crazy, because look at it. We are now at $44 trillion level, 44 trillion level, where the GDP is only at 21. Oh my God. The stock market and the GDP is so far away. The thing is that it's supposed to be, it shouldn't be going, if we go too far away, the market will know how to pull back. But now we are at really 23 trillion above valuation. 23 trillion. Oh my goodness. This is nuts. This is nuts. All right. So really, in my opinion, is this, guys. I'm gonna quote what Uncle Arun tell me back then, the first meeting we had for dinner. Okay, I always enjoy my time with Uncle Arun anyway. If there is one day, just remember one day, if there's one day the stock market really tanks by 30% or 20, 30%, really, write it down somewhere, okay? If ever the stock market tanks down by 20% or 30% in the stock market, if it tanks down by this magnitude or worse, really stick to one principle, wait for the good time, at the bottom, buy. All right, I think this is like 15 buys at one time, okay? Really. Because this is how the world works anymore. It's not going to change. Even Jerome Powell, if he Jerome Powell, right? Most likely going to continue. He's going to continue as a second-term federal chief. I can guarantee you that in my personal view. All right. So which means that, right? If there's going to be any correction, if there's going to be one black swan on the face, all right, but something else, okay. Then what happened? You just need to do the buy thing. CCRY is all you need. Are we clear with this? If it's all clear and you're still with me, please key the word buy. Okay? BUY. Okay? Remember this. I said this now, recorded live. I'm informing you guys that's what you should do. Because the world have changed. Just like now we're in the crypto world. The world have changed. You like it or you don't like it, the crypto market is crazy. You like it or not, you can say it's a joke, it's a craziness, no intrinsic value. It doesn't matter anymore. The world don't freaking care anymore. It doesn't care anymore. So you just have to follow the book. Just follow it, okay? Just follow it. All right, I know someone key the word BYE instead. I know that will happen. Okay, all right. Oops, sorry. Let me just do an anime here, quick one. Sorry, I get carried away today. I just want to do this once and for all. I'm already very tired of this. Repeating myself like a broken recorder, and still people don't understand this, no matter how I this shit. Okay, so this is from Steve Henrich. What I'm trying to say is there's 16 weeks of buy side. Then after that, 1-2 weeks market crash down. Okay, that's what I'm trying to say. Okay, then I put in with our own chart round, right, to just show to you in retrospect, right, what's happening. So what is the thing that why I want to show you guys this one? You see, guys, you paying $96 to us, not because that you're paying to make us richer. We don't get any richer from that, but it's this, guys. You're paying for this. Sorry. Skewed it. Oops. Here we go. You're paying us for this. Take a look. The market was up by 16 weeks, right? We know that. That is what Steve Henry's chart shows, the same thing. But his chart doesn't show you the turning point. But our chart shows, guys, what is this? Can you tell me what is this? This is called a KSI jump. And it's a jump on the weekly chart. So which means that, right, if you see this happening, it gives you a pre-insightful information about a potential movement, all right? And that is a reason why am I spending so much time today to just inform you the next few weeks, just watch out for this. Because why? Things do happen in a cyclical pattern. You see, this is why we're doing all this, because we want to help you guys. That's all, nothing else. So now, if you look at this here, can you take a look, all right? This is what happened recently. And you look at the chart again, my friend, look at it again. The $96 you're paying us is worth every single cent as long as you know how to utilize it. That is the most important message for today. All right, so we saw the last ride. It went up by 19 weeks, the market, KSI turned red, and of course, bang. Can you see that? First one. Now we have a 24-week cycle about there, usually about 19 to 20 weeks itself. All right, we do see something like this, right? The KSI is turning red. All right, but of course, there's still momentum going in. You just have to wait for your turn, but you just have to be very, very careful, okay? That is the reason why am I spending so much time into this. Okay, guys, really, you just need to be prepared. Okay, brace yourself because things can get crazier than you can think of. Okay, all right, I don't want to keep on repeating this, but you know, it never learned. All right, So you can see that the commodity prices is going crazy. Yes, the stock market is coming off, but the commodity price is keeping going higher. Why? Because inflation is building in, and it will keep on building in. So if this coming Friday, if the non-farm payroll numbers is good, the commodity will go even higher. Now, how high would you pay for a bowl of wonton mee? $5, $6, $8? What? How much will you pay? So the thing is this, that's why you see lumber. Oh my goodness, look at lumber price. Look at the way it's moving now. It's so near to gold price. Oh my God, when do you see lumber cost the same price as gold? Oh my goodness, in a way, right? It's getting crazy. It's never been done before. The last time we see something like this is back in 2004. And then after that, you can see the thing really get reality. So will this see the same thing happening again? I can guarantee you this, we'll see this happening again. All right, and of course, look at it now. Why I say that commodity prices even is rising, right? It may not help because why? This is Zambia. All right, this is the currency. Look at it. Now, Zambia currency and copper price have been rather quite inside. What's the 70% of the copper production is from Zambia. But look at it now, right? Since 2020 pandemic happened, right? Until now, look at the copper price. Oh my God, look at it, crazy. From 5,000 to now double. The price of copper doubled from last year to now, but yet at the country itself doesn't benefit. That means that the inflation cost is killing the country. It's not helping at all. So you understand why is this so that this will spread back to the world very soon, okay? So that's the reason why I say this inflation is not going to be helpful. It's going to be a killer, all right? And of course, the final one is this. This is a 5-year break-even. In case you don't know what's break-even, the difference in yield between inflation-protected and nominal debt of the same maturity. So if the break-even rate is negative, which is now negative, all right, traders are betting the market may face deflation. So now you can see that the last time when this happened is back in 2008, and the previously before that was 2006. So we are now back to the same level in 2006 before the 2008 thingy. So of course, at this junction here, you may say that, Cal, it does seem that the market has still room to go higher, so no need to worry. Yes, you're not wrong, but the problem is that back then there was no inflation. All right, there was no inflation, and that is the reason why the market is able to continue for 2 more years. Okay, guys, I thank you for today's MAO. I'm very thankful for you guys staying until now, all 61 of you guys. All right, it was fantastic. I know that I dragged on a bit more than usual, but probably tomorrow MAO will be much shorter than today. But I really want you guys to remember this, okay? It's still a buy. Just go slow. Make sure that you get yourself precaution. You know what to do, and you guys enjoy this MAO. All right, guys, have a great day. Thank you, guys. I will see you, all right, tomorrow, same time. Right, cheers, guys. Bye-bye. Yes, epic. Yes, please leave your comments there. Put all your good comments there in there, and I can use it for